Come on, guys. You're supposed to be at work. You're supposed to be professionals. Why are you sitting at a desk instead of watching surveillance of Manhattan and the Dark Zone? You're over there playing Gallagher and watching porn. I mean, serious, guys. If we're going to take back Manhattan, y'all need to get y'all's act together. Oh, what's up, bros and hoes? Whatever floats your goat. It's your boy Relentless. And sorry that you had to see that. Yeah, cover it up, guys. Cover it up. Yeah, I'm bringing you yet another build video. The Lone Banshee. Yes, it's Lone Star and Banshee. I see all over social media and YouTube people putting together Banshee builds, Lone Star Banshee, different combinations, and I have yet to do a simple Lone Star Banshee build. And this is my interpretation of that build. And stay tuned at the end for a little gameplay thrown in to see what it can do. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. As you can see, 3 Lone Star, 3 Banshee. I have 2 LMGs equipped at the moment, just to show you different variations. And also, I have a different secondary, which is an M4. But let's hop into the weapons first. The first one up is the classic RPK 74. I actually prefer it over most LMGs just because it resembles more of an AR. As you can see, it does 11% damage to targets out of cover. That works nicely with the Banshee bonus for targets out of cover. 17.6k base damage. It has brutal, vicious, and destructive. And destructive plays a vital role because it works both in PvP and in PvE. In the magazine, I have 102% magazine size, 2.5% crit hit chance, and 5.3 rate of fire. In the optics, I have the infamous VX1 scope. If you can get your hands on it with these rolls, that's the scope you need to go for. 17.5% headshot damage, 3% crit hit chance, 4% crit hit damage, and the large muzzle. If you can get your hands on this baby, you definitely need to get one of these, the Omega rifle suppressor. Whether it be tan, black, pink, whatever color, fits your fancy. If you're a woman or a man, or, whatever. But anyways, 17.5% headshot damage, 2.5% crit hit chance, 4% crit hit damage, and 47% reduced threat. Now moving on to the military M60E4. As you can see, 3% higher in damage to targets out of cover, lower on the RPMs, but it has a greater base damage of 21.8. It comes equipped with deadly, vicious, and unforgiving. In the magazines, I have 101.5 magazine size, 3% crit hit chance, 4.8 rate of fire, and a large optics, rugged mini reflex sight because I unfortunately didn't have another VX1 scope, but it comes with 7% crit hit chance and 5.5% headshot damage and 2% accuracy, and a large muzzle muzzle in the SR7 suppressor, which is almost as good as the Omega one, but this is 17% crit hit damage, 2.5% stability, 3% crit hit chance, and 50% reduced threat. And in the underbarrel, as always with any belt-fed LMG, it takes forever to reload, so it's best to put in reload speed, and then it could be whatever your heart's desire as far as the other two, but this is 30.5% reload speed, 2% accuracy, and 2.5% stability. Now let's jump into the gear. And pay no attention to DPS. DPS is a fictitious number that several things can inflate it. Like I say always, go to your character sheet, look at its base damage output, and then whip out a pad and pen or whatever you need, and then add up all the multipliers that you have and the bonuses you have on certain gear, or better yet, just come on down to the fire range and shoot off a bunch of bullets, and that'll tell you your white damage and then your crit damage. But on the chest piece, I had a very good roll of stamina on it. It came with 10.5% exotic damage resilience, a good chunk of 1215 armor with ammo capacity. And you know me, I love my ammo capacity on my chest piece and my backpack. Now, if it was a 4-piece Banshee and you're intending to completely go rogue all the time, then you need not worry about ammo capacity on either piece of gear because every 30 seconds you will get a restock in ammo. And you don't necessarily need any ammo capacity in the minor attributes on your backpack or your chest piece if you're running 4-piece Lone Star, because that automatically gives you 100% ammo. So, if you get a good chest piece and it doesn't have ammo capacity, don't worry. If you're running 4 Lone Star, you're still going to get 100% ammo. And as in the attributes and the bonuses that comes with Lone Star is that 100% ammo capacity and a base of plus 8% LMG damage and plus 8% shotgun damage. I had a shotgun. It was crappy. I don't like shotguns. I can't shoot with them. So therefore, I didn't include a shotgun in this build. And in my mod slots, 261 stamina and 271 armor, and also 262 stamina and 272 armor. Very nice rolls on stamina and very nice rolls on the armor. Moving on to the mask. Now, I had an option of 2 different masks. I played around with them, but this was the best mask that I had, even though it has really low armor on them. I did originally have this Lone Star mask on there because it gave me the additional skill power, but the armor is only 887. And then this Lone Star Banshee Shadow Mask only had 10 more, and the highest you can get is 1001. So it's lacking in a little bit of armor. But it can't all be perfect. But it does come with damage to elites and enemy armor damage, which makes this build very viable, whether it be PvP or PvE. And also, as you can see, its 3 set bonus is 10% damage to target out of cover. And in the mod slot, I have 261 stamina and 271 armor. Moving on to the knee pads. In the knee pads, I have 2,677 armor, getting another armor of 271 from the mod. It has a very good roll of firearms on it at 1236. It comes with disrupt resistance, blind death resistance, and disorient resistance. Now, I was going to mix and match and have Banshee on the other one, and this be the Lone Star, or the other one being Lone Star and this being Banshee. But as you can see, even though it has that 10% enemy armor damage, it has a really low firearms roll on it. So I opted in for the very larger 1236 in firearms. And in the mod slots, I have 261 stamina and 271 armor with a 5% first aid self-heal. Moving on to the backpack, I have a god-awful great roll on firearms of 1261, an armor roll of 852, which could be a little bit more, and I will keep trying to reach that number and make it higher as possible as we go on. But as unfortunately, making all these builds and all these build videos that I've been doing recently, I have to constantly grind for funds and constantly roll things all the time. Now, I do have this Banshee backpack, but as you can see, it may have a little bit lesser of armor, and also it has really low firearms on it. And I have yet to re-roll it, but what's the point in re-rolling it? Just because, I mean, it's really low, and I really didn't want to look at it. But anyways, I'll give that one to Lucky Larry. Maybe he can use it as a giveaway for one of his sales on his cars or something. I don't know, Christmas present. But in my mod slots, I have 261 stamina, 271 armor, a 6% first aid self-heal, and another 6% first aid self-heal. So far, that makes 17% going toward way of first aid self-heal. On these Banshee gloves, it's a decent roll in firearms at 1208. I have 1314 LMG damage, crit hit chance, and 9% damage to elites. I prefer crit hit damage, but damage to elites works out well regardless, because that's what makes it viable in PvE or PvP. Because we have destructive on our LMGs, we have enemy armor damage on our mask, and the target's out of cover damage, and then we also have this 9% going to damage to elites. Now moving on to the holster. Pretty decent rolls across the board, with the exception of the stamina. It seems like getting one that's all across the board, good stats such as this Lone Star that I could have used. But if I had used this Lone Star, I would have had to switch up different pieces here and there, and I had went with these gloves, which is, I'll show you, that it's easily mixed and matched. I mean, it's no problem, no big deal whatsoever. But as you can see, the armor roll on them is a lot less. And it brought my armor down to less than 52%, and I tried to be over 53% as much as possible. But in the mod slot, I have an additional 5.5% first aid self heal, which brings the grand total of 22.5% first aid self heal. Now let's get on into the firing range. We'll start with the LP RPK and show you what this puppy can do. It's doing 21 white damage and 28 crit chance. Now to the head. It's doing 52 white and 59. Or is that? Yeah, 59 is in crits. So it works out real well. And it's not hard to control. It reloads just like a AR does, which is very nice. And if you don't like, the way LMGs work, then I suggest, if you're going with a build that utilizes LMGs, to check out the RPK. Now let's move on to the M60. 27 base, and crit is 42. Significant difference. And moving on to the head, 55 and 70. So as you can see, a big difference in either or. Now let's go in and look at our base character sheet and go more in depth on our stats. As you can see on the M60, I have a whopping 28% crit hit chance, only 57% crit hit damage, and 106% headshot damage. I'm getting 8% enemy armor damage and 17% damage to elites, which makes this very good in PvE scenarios, whether you're running underground, LZ bosses, or whatever the case may be. Skill power, nothing good there. Max health, 182. Armor mitigation, 53.9. So I'm right there, almost on the edge of hitting 54. So that's why my toughness only says 388. But I have a significant amount of armor and should be nice and tanky. Now, I could choose to re-roll one of the other stats off a gear piece for stamina and jump it up for 420, 430k, and then add in firearms mods. But the stamina mods that I have, with the high rolls on them and the high armor, that's why I opted out to roll things this way. I got more armor out of it, and I still have a significant chunk of health. And pretty much all this other stuff doesn't matter. So I'm going to send you over to some gameplay now. I appreciate you guys for watching. And as always, thank you so much, and I appreciate your support. Please smash that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video and would like to see more. And also any suggestions you might have, or just random challenges that you would like to see performed in our DZ Shenanigan Rogue Friday videos, please comment them below as well. And if you just happen to stumble across this video, I hope it's been informative. And just know that no matter what gear pieces you come across, you can always mix and match and still make a dope build and viable build till something else comes along. So this is your boy Relentless. I'm going to send you over to some gameplay. And we'll... Sir, are you alright? It seems you have a laceration across your head, and you had totally fucked up your car. Let me guess, you were drinking on the job again, wasn't you? Damn. You got messed up. You know they're gonna sue you, right? Get your act together. It's Christmas. No more sipping on eggnog mixed with moonshine, alright? Don't make me bust a cap on you next time when I come back, so move it along. Move it along. But anyways, drunks on Christmas in New York. Sheesh. Don't even get a chance to fire a single bullet at me. I'm telling you, if you're into PvP and you like LMGs, this is the build for you. Lone Star and Banshee. And taking out this boss, I like to wait, set a trap for him. That's right, keep on walking, and then BAM! Oh, look, JTF. Don't do anything, don't worry, I got it covered. This bitch is on fire. Yeah, how you like me now? Yeah. See, easy breezy with this build. Easy peasy. And then we'll switch over to the RPK and just, yep, 2 taps, tanks blown. And as you can see, oh really? Got my back turned? Yeah, how you like that, huh? 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 Yeah, eat it, love it. But as you can see, it works out great for PvE. No matter the situation, it completely destroys. Whether you use or like the RPK or the M60, it doesn't matter either way. Didn't get nothing. But anyways, I'm going to go dispatch the rest of these and then go back and check on that officer and maybe call him a ride home. But as always, this is your boy Relentless, and we'll see you guys fudging later.